Most salon and spa owners were never trained to lead. This is the SOS Small Business Success Podcast, where we change that. Ownership and leadership are not the same skill sets. Built on the 5 anchors for success: sales, operations, marketing, education, and mindset. Each episode helps you lead your team, grow your business, and build something that actually works through emotionally intelligent communications and strategic leadership. Now, here's your host, Bonnie Bonadeo, founder of the SOS Leadership Academy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the SOS Small Business Success Podcast. Glad to have you here today. All right, so today is going to be a little different. I'm just seriously going to go through stats with you, so that's going to require me to put my glasses on so I can see these stats. And I'm going to share my screen with you for those of you that watch me on YouTube. And for those of you that listen to me on Spotify or iTunes, listen carefully. There's a lot of stats I'm going to throw at you. Okay. Leadership, communication, speaking, branding. That's kind of my game. That's my playing field right there. And all of my companies and organizations or programs that I do are based within those 3. Leadership, communication, speaking, and branding. It's my ecosystem. So if you're interested in further leadership skills, I can take care of that. If you need a little bit more branding skills, I can take care of that too. The most important thing that we need to do is become better leaders. And that's kind of where I say this is where your leadership journey begins, because the podcast is all about marrying strategy to leadership. So sometimes when we understand how strategy works, we can then lead strategy. Sometimes we need leadership first in order to create strategy. So our session today is SOS Navigate the Numbers, what small business stats are really telling us about the course ahead. And these are some interesting stats, yeah. And of course, they're going to go through, from a sales perspective, some operations in there, education, marketing, and mindset. You're going to get a gamut of all of this today in regards to from the anchors. And remember, we're all about keeping you afloat. All right, ready? Here we go. 33 million small businesses in the USA, right? Most of the businesses in the USA, high majority of the businesses in the USA are considered small businesses. 73% are male-owned. Women grew 44% faster than male-owned businesses. 55% believe in that entrepreneurship equals independence. 77% of small biz had personal funding. Their funding. The average funding was $10,000. Small business owners work 52 hours a week on average. 44% of biz are owned by Gen X. 62% of leads and referrals come in still through word of mouth. 44% of businesses fail in the first 4 years. 88% are claiming that they have mental health issues, entrepreneurs, mental health issues, or imposter syndrome. That's a pretty high number. 8% regret launching their business at all. I might have fell into that 8% at one point, where I thought that, hey, I'm giving up freedom for security. And then all of a sudden there was a point in my entrepreneurship zone where I was like, damn, I wish I had the security. I don't need the freedom. I'm working my ass off as an entrepreneur. Okay, so I was at the data-driven event this past weekend. These are where the stats are coming from. So it was multiple educators and stage presenters that provided these access to these numbers. I just wanted to bring them back. I'm fascinated sometimes by the numbers, because I really think that if we understand the bigger picture of these things, we can say, it ain't working for me. What do I need to do to make it work for me? Right? Okay, so here's the from the top 200 salons, which I'm very proud that Intrigue Salon is a top 200 salon this year. Here's the top issues: staff retention, staff recruitment, space limitation. Now, I find this to be an odd 3 to begin with, because staff retention, keeping your staff, that's very difficult. Finding new staff, very difficult. the answer to both of those is really solid leadership. People leave you because of leadership. Because they want to be their own leader, because they think they can do a better job. But the space limitation was interesting to me, and I'm wondering what's happening is because there's still such a client demand that there's more clients wanting to get in than they have staff to be able to provide for them. So they feel like that if they had more staff and that the staff stayed with a bigger space, they would be a more successful salon. I'm not so sure that that logic will add up, but it's kind of my perception on that. I'd like to go deeper into that at some point. What is currently propelling us, and I'm not even going to say to be successful, I'm just going to say to be in business. Number 1, education. Number 2 is branding and marketing. And number 3 is salon culture. So those seem to be the 3 reasons why people want to work for you. So those should be the 3 reasons on what your recruitment program is about. All right, so now I want you to answer me this. What do you think is the first impression or experience when someone looks you up online? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. So this would be your website, your social media platforms. What do you think is the first impression or experience someone has when they look you up online? And then answer this. Would you do business with you? Is it cohesive? Is it inconsistent? Does it look, when you go from one to the other, does it look like it's the same company? When you go from website to social, are they in sync? Are they updated images? That's going to make a big determination because I've got more stats here to share you. All right. Here's a really interesting statement, I will say. Truth is, society needs the salon. And it is more true than ever before. Most of our service-based businesses, so restaurants, spas, workout facilities, salons, all of these society needs, because we need a place to connect with people because we're doing so much online. We need that connection. All right, answer me this. Do you know where your leads are coming from? Do you? 78% of new clients expect to be contacted back in the first 5 minutes. Now, this is incredibly problematic because when all these people ended up going into these independent spaces, suites and booth rental type situations, they were using their personal phone for all this. So they were telling their clients, just text me when you need an appointment. And we all expect to be text back within less than 3 minutes. So if you're not texting these clients back within 5 minutes, they think you have average customer service. More than 10 minutes, they're considering not wanting to do business with you anymore. Now, 80% of these people, new clients, will look at your website, but they don't just look at yours, they look at many others as well, only to get website fatigue. But now many are asking chat over looking at Google because the answer is clear. In other words, chat's going to sum it up for me. If I'm on Google, I'm having to open up websites. I'm having to scroll through all these pages just to be able to see what do they specialize in? Do they have availability? Is this where I want to go? Where are they located at? Like all that stuff, right? Now we can just go to chat. Here's the prompt. Can you help me find a good salon near me for blonde hair? I did it for myself. I'm looking for a mid-price salon with strong ratings, a few great reviews, blonding or balayage specialists, convenient hours, and online availability if possible. Please compare a few options and tell me which one looks like a best fit for me. So now chat is going to send up 2, maybe 3 salons to you, and there's your choice. It's going to answer all your questions by doing that. So you have to then go back to the question I asked before, which was, what do you think the first impression or experience is when someone looks at your website? Because it's not me judging it anymore. It's AI judging it. So if AI is looking at it and it doesn't have the aesthetics that it believes it should, if it doesn't have the SEO that it believes it should, if it doesn't have pricing on there, if it doesn't have those things that you're asking for, it's not even going to consider you. It's going to roll to the next salon that is going to answer the questions that I just asked. All right, salon owners. This one's scary, you guys. Salon owners make $40,000 to $80,000 a year on average. In a lot of cases, I hear, now this is for the salon owner. This does not include if you are actually still a service provider working at a chair or as a service specialist. But as an owner, what you're taking home after all expenses have been paid, would be considered profit, $40,000 to $80,000 a year. 60% of the biz that expand to a second location, the first location declines in performance immediately. They feel like the ugly stepchildren, apparently. Yeah. All right. $70,000 in color waste annually for an 8-chair salon. $70,000. Now imagine if you weren't wasting that much color, could $70,000 go to your bottom line and go to your actual profit, and that you could be taking that home? Because that turns 40 to 80 into a whole lot more money for you. That's 1,800 bowls in a year. The average cost per bowl is $12 to $15. So this was some stats that came from Vish. Obviously, they are making claims, and I'm sure that they're true, that they can get bowls to half that price. Half that price. So even at half that price and with a whole lot waste, you definitely have a lot more profit opportunities there. Okay. Owners claim they want leadership training, but what they actually get is ownership and business training, not leadership training. Not people training, not communication training, not connection training. So when owners claim they want leadership, they think it is strategy or KPIs. They think it's how to run a business, how to be profitable in a business. And the truth is, all of those things are not leadership. That's ownership. Okay? 80% of leaders believe they're better than average leaders. Now you see my dilemma here. You all say you want leadership training, but you end up getting ownership training. And then, of course, there's 101 different answers that you're going to get in ownership training. So if you ask somebody, I'm opening up a salon, how should I start out with my commissions, or should I pay them hourly? You're going to get 100 different answers, okay? That's not leadership. Leadership would be okay, I figured out how I'm going to pay my people. Now I have to figure out how to lead them so that they make more and I make more. And that they want to stay, right? That's leadership. But if 80% of you believe that you are better than average leaders, then you keep thinking you don't need this leadership education. And I'm going to tell you, you do. You really do. So answer me this. What does your future look like? Are you prepared to survive for the next 5 years? What will you do differently to go from surviving to thriving? Because if those are the stats, I got to tell you, most of you are just surviving. You are not thriving. You're not near thriving, all right? But there's hope. There's possibility for this because the society needs salons. Clients are demanding somewhere to go to make connection. They're still going to need their hair done. This is not going to get taken over by AI anytime soon. So we have to be better leaders, better business people, and we got to learn how to make a profit, because why would you be in a business if you're not making a profit? Now, if you're claiming you want leadership education, I am going to deliver. So, a couple things. Premier Orlando's coming up around the corner. I'm heading up a salon owner boot camp. We're going to have multiple speakers there, and we're going to look at elevating your business in just one day. Minding the gap between busy and profitable is our tagline. That is Saturday, May 30th from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's all day. There's only a few seats left. It's $85. It's a bargain for the speaker lineup that I've created here. But that's Saturday. So on Sunday and Monday, I'm doing some complimentary classes. And these are the titles. Is there drama in your salon? You're going to have to start here. You're not burned out. You're leading without training. From stylist to strategic leader. And if your 2026 growth looks like 2025, you need to attend this class. So those are my 4 sessions that I'm doing for free at the Premier Show on Sunday and Monday. If you're going to be there, please join me. Please come find me. Please sit in my classroom. Let's get you some leadership training, okay? Now, I do monthly webinar sessions that are called Intro to Heart and Edge Leadership. True leadership education, okay? That is June 8th is the next one, August 10th, September 14th. I'm skipping July because I'm taking July off. SOSHeartandEdge.com to sign up for that. Free. And then, of course, in October, we are, my cohorts and I, so Nikki Lee and Bridget Sobis, we are the Beauty Leadership Lab. So we have collaborated to bring a 3-day leadership training to you. That is October 17th through the 19th. It's going to be in Fort Myers, Florida. And then, of course, we also do what we call a BLL community every month. It's $25 a month for you to join that. We have a great group of people on there, lots of owners. So there's some engagement, some interactivity of hearing what other owners are doing and saying. You can go to bllcommunity.com to be able to find out a little bit more about that and join us in the next session, which is happening here in June. Okay. I hope you got something from those stats. Mark this webinar so that you can come back to it and remember some of these numbers. But you can also go onto YouTube and watch me at SOSSalonbiz.com. SOS Small Biz SOS Small Biz podcast, yes, on YouTube, and then I have slides with those stats on it that you can take notes or take pictures of so that you've got a little bit more of this information. All right, thanks for joining me here today. It was short and sweet, but you want to know what? Numbers don't lie. They're pretty powerful. I hope that you'll take them seriously and look at ways that you can grow as a leader.